Hey guys, what's going on? Soulfire here, back with another Destiny 2 video. Today I'm going to be going over the Shattered Throne mission, how to do it and where it's at. I'm also going to be showing you where the 3 ores for the Wish Ender tokens are. So, what this activity will give you is ascending gear every time you defeat one of these sections, and it'll help you progress in the Wish Ender and Izanagi's Burden quest lines. So with that said, let's get started. So to get to the Shattered Throne, you're just going to want to follow my path. So let's keep going. Now, once you approach this building, you might recognize it as the Oracle Offering area, but you're actually going to want to turn to the right once you get to this bridge. So there's an area you can land down here, and inside a cave is a portal. Once you enter the portal, just keep following my path. Now, this activity only appears when the curse in the Dreaming City is at its max. So that means that it's not available every week, which means you're going to want to take advantage of it this week while it's available. I recommend that if you're not max light, definitely getting some friends on. So as you can see, this room's very taken-y. It's got a gigantic portal in the back there. So you're just going to want to hop over and talk to this lady.
For more than 2 weeks, I have watched a sickness consume my city. My people have been laid low by this infection, this ugly wish. I am so hungry for vengeance. The well has opened the gateway. May the Queen's will protect you. And cousin, if the walls begin whispering, do not listen.
So that was just a little bit of lore, but really you're just going to come up to this icon in the middle of the portal and access the Shattered Throne. Now, before we do that, I wanted to show you the quest I was talking about for the exotics. So one exotic you can start in here is called the Wish Ender. Now the Wish Ender is an exotic bow that whenever you draw back and you look through the sights, you can actually see enemies through walls, so it's really good for Crucible. It can be paired really well with the Oathkeeper exotic for the Hunter because that allows you to hold down bows indefinitely. But the other unique thing is that there are these glowing crystals. You might have seen them in a couple of my Ascendant Challenge videos, but this bow allows you to shoot them and receive legendary gear from them. Now, it won't be powerful gear, but it is legendary. The other exotic that this helps with is the Izanagi's Burden. Now, if you're new to Destiny, you might not have played all the Black Armory Forges, but if you do, there's a special mystery crate that you can open that'll start you on an exotic quest. Now, eventually the exotic quest gets to this point called the Unidentified Frame, and it wants you to get an Ascending Glass Shard. This requires you to do the Shattered Throne as well. Now, if y'all want me to, maybe comment down below and tell me that you want me to show you how exactly you get the Wish Ender and the Izanagi's Burden, and maybe I'll make a video on it for you guys. With that said, let's go ride the mission. Now this mission can get kind of long, so be prepared for that. It might take you a bit of time. Okay, so once you get in, just start heading straight. Big old door will open up for you. Okay, so once you get inside, you're gonna come up here, and you'll see all these enemies spawn. Now you're gonna want to kill every enemy, especially the Labyrinth Architect. The Labyrinth Architects in this part are your main focus. Wow. Yeah. So you're gonna want to approach these enemies. Kill them. So what you're really looking for is the Labyrinth Architect. It should be a yellow name. That's what you're really trying to kill. Okay, so once you kill the Labyrinth Architect, you'll see that this emblem appears. Now each room in this area has a symbol above it. So as you can see, that one's a downward bird, this one's a double fish. So basically you're going to go look for the room that has that symbol. So while we're in here, in this first area, one of the things I wanted to show you was the first orb that you're going to need to do the first token for the Wish Ender quest. So what you're going to want to do is make your way to the Tower of the Deep. Now this is the room that is marked by a dragon symbol. Okay, so once you found your way to the Tower of the Deep with the dragon symbol, just outside the main room, you're going to want to hop on top of this rock formation. Now once you get on top of the rock formation, make your way to the very top. Hop on top of the statue's head, and then jump onto the ceiling of the main room of the Tower of the Deep. Once you're on top, you can see that the orb is resting in a pedestal straight across from you. Now you're going to want to pick up the orb and head back to the ceiling of the center room. So if you follow my path, I can show you easily how to get there. Okay, now once you're on top of the very middle building, head to the center where there are some statues. One of the statues does not have an orb in their hand. Place the orb you just picked up into her hand, with that good solid dunk. It says an ancient enemy awaits. This will spawn a boss that you're going to need to kill. Once you've killed the boss, it'll allow your token to be fulfilled. Didn't like that I killed it in one shot. So, once you've killed it, it'll fulfill your token, and you can move on to the rest of this. So once you've found the next zone you need to be at, once you found the next area you need to be at, just go ahead and try to kill everything inside. But remember, you're really aiming for that labyrinth architect. That's what's going to unlock the next area for you. I recommend having a sniper for this. It really helps taking down all these hobgoblins. There we go. So once you've killed the architect, it'll tell you what the next thing you need is. So now I'm looking for Infinity Snake. So I found Infinity Snake, so now I'm just going to do the same thing again. Now, be careful, especially if you're doing this on your own, but even if you are with other people, if you die, it will send you back to the beginning and you'll have to do the whole thing again. There we go. So now my next one is the bird. Or I like to call it the bird with no branch. Looking to the left. So something I wanted to mention is that each area actually has its own name. So if you pay attention to the names while I'm doing this, I will show you each one, so that way when you get close to them and you read the name, you'll know, oh hey, I'm here. So for instance, the bird is called the Tower of the Sky. The bird looking to the left. Good thing I have that. So my next one is the dragon. Now I know from experience that the dragon is also called the Tower of the Deep. So that's what I'm looking for right now. Now the order is random, so I can't just show you the exact path that you're going to need to take. So, sorry for that, but yeah. So here's the dragon. And as you can see, the boss type also changes every time. So now it's a captain. Before there was a centurion. something to pay attention to since they do have different types of attacks. Now this one I call the Cloud Snake. So now we're going to the Cloud Snake. And these names are good to learn. So Infinity Snake, Cloud Snake, these are the common names used even in the Last Wish raid. So they're good names to get used to saying. So the Cloud Snake is called the Binary Shrine. Now this boss appears to be a Minotaur. So my next one is the Circlefish. I actually got lucky because Circlefish happens to be right next to this. Ooh, there's a lot of throwing my way. So the Circlefish is called the Garden of the Prophet. So the next word is the down bird. Bird down, upside down bird. So the down bird is right at the front. Okay, so as you saw, it said a safe passage awaits. The downbird will always be your last area to go to, and it'll open up this giant hole that you can jump in. Now you also saw that I got some legendary armor. That legendary armor is powerful gear. So now we're going to jump down. That looks scary. So just follow my path now, and I can get you safely to the next area you need to be at. I really don't like when you get close to dead, because then all the sound goes away and it gets real freaky. So watch out for the snipers that are up on top. I say that as I get surprise attacked by them. Now watch out around this corner. There's a taken phalanx that'll try to knock you off. Visible minotaurs are also popular in this area. So there is a boss at the top of these stairs. Now if you notice, this area is called the Descent, but we're really going upstairs the whole time. So other than that first drop, now for anybody who's using a super that may have not been able to like one-shot those bosses earlier, or maybe it's not doing as much damage, now just know that I am using a special exotic that buffs my golden gun's damage called the Celestial Nighthawk, and that's why I'm able to one-shot and do a lot more damage. Okay, now this next room has a lot of enemies. Definitely try to kill as many as you can. It's not timed, so I recommend taking out the snipers first. Because they'll be one of your biggest threats while you're trying to run through this. Charge! Well, that went better than expected. Okay, so now go up onto one of the sides. I usually go on the right side. I don't know why, maybe it's because I'm right-handed, but okay, so once you're trying to get into the middle, make sure you watch out for the phalanxes that are going to try to knock you off. So there's one hiding behind that post, and there's another one over there. Now I'm actually going to take out the hobgoblins that are sitting on the end. I don't have a good shot on the second one. Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, and that one came out for me. Thank you, bud. Now something I should have probably mentioned at the beginning of this video, but I'll mention it now in case somebody's watching through first. You don't have to use any Queen's Foil to get in here or do this, so don't even worry about that. Lots of fire with these guns. Lots of fire. Again with the fire. Ah, there's another one. Gonzo'd. Gonzo like Hanzo. Crap, I messed up right now. This is when it's almost bad to have Celestial. Because now I can't take multiple shots. But it's okay, I got him anyway. Okay, so now once you get to the very end, go to the left side. Okay, so now you've got in here. What's going to happen is that you're going to try to run along these poles all the way to the left side. Now, as you can see, some ogres just spawned. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem, but these ogres' eye blasts have knockbacks, so they'll try to hit you off. So once you get into this room with all the pillars, you see that some ogres are going to spawn on the platforms. So the goal is to get across all the way over to the left without being knocked off. Now, the ogres aren't the only problem, because on these pillars in the middle of the platforms, occasionally there will be taken lights that spawn, and it'll circle around them that can also knock you off. So, we're also going to be collecting the orb for the wish end request while we're doing this, so you'll get a 2-for-1 here. We're going to show you how to navigate through here and how to get the orb. So you think the orb's over to the right. So here's the orb. I'll carry it. Wait. I have a rocket launcher here. You take it. Yeah. When I run out of stuff to kill the ogres, I'll let you take over.
That's sure.
Yeah, we can go. So those are the blights that I was talking about before. Yeah, fight me, ogre. Oh, dang. He's one shot. There we go. Okay. So, if you're going for the... So now you gotta... Once we get to this one, Ethan, we gotta jump.
Gosh.
Yeah, can't get rid of me that easy, dummy. Yeah, but we gotta jump over here. So come this way. I got some ammo. We went too far. We went too far for the orb. The orb's back here. But we still had to go this way, because if we went the other way, we would have got knocked off. So whenever you're doing the orbs for the wish end request, you'll see that some of these statues are missing an orb. So like these three have orbs in all their hands, but this one doesn't. So then you put the orb there. I don't know why you slam it, but you know, everything's got to be dramatic. You got to go for that dunk. And then we go back. And now we got to exit. This is the only one that doesn't spawn a boss. I went too far!
Wait, so it should be activated now?
No, I think yeah, I think it does something else. It just doesn't spawn a boss like immediately.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, who wants to fight a boss in this room? You already have to fight the ogres. So now we can exit the room.
Hello there, Ethan.
Hello?
So, once you're about to walk into this next area, you'll notice that you get slowed. Now, if you're doing the orbs, you're going to turn to the right, and the orb will be sitting right there. You can see it right there. So, whether you have the orb or not, your goal is to get to the end of this area without dying. Now, these Shadow Thrall are going to chase you. If they hit you, you're not going to regain your health. So, keep that in mind. Grenades are extremely helpful here. Throw them behind you.
And jumping.
And jumping. Jumping, running.
Boom. Jumped over that
do
guy.
it all.
About to jump over another one. Boom. Oh, you killed him. The gist of it. Boom. Jumped over another one. Boom. Jumped over another one. Oh. Try to get me. Can't. Can't.
Ethan's over here playing Leapfrog.
Untouched.
Okay, now once you jump back out of that shadow veil, you're in the clear. Now, if you've got an orb, you're going to want to turn around, and again, look for the statue that doesn't have an orb in her hand. Oh, the shadow veil followed us. That's rude. Which one is not like the others? So this one. So once you jump down, turn to your right, and it's going to be in the middle statue.
Still not lit. What the heck? And then
Okay.
it'll activate.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
So once you've put in those 2 orbs, you may have noticed that your token didn't ignite. Well, you have to go to the other side of this chasm, and this giant door will open because you put the orbs in. Now, if you're not trying to get the Wish Ender bow, you can skip ahead a little bit because this part doesn't apply to you. Okay, now if you're still watching, basically you're going to walk in this room, going to go to the center, and a bunch of Taken are going to spawn. You just keep killing all the Taken until a boss spawns.
Running away.
That's a lot of Scions. Not gonna lie.
Yep.
Scions are my least favorite enemy because they keep multiplying.
Okay. There we go.
So, I didn't get to show off the boss, but the boss will eventually spawn in the middle, and once you kill it, you get your token. Okay, now to go back. So, now, this is cool looking, but now that you've crossed the chasm, you're gonna turn to the right. You're gonna walk along this cliff, and this is for everybody, whether you're doing the orbs or not. You're gonna walk along this cliff, trying not to get knocked off. Hardcore puzzles, we all love them. Once you've made it to the other side of the cliff, cross back over the chasm, and clear out the Taken enemies. To the right. Are you ready? Are you ready for this, Ethan?
No.
Okay, so once you get to this room, I'm going to briefly explain exactly how you need to do this one. So a big ogre will spawn in the middle of the room. That's the boss you're trying to kill. However, it has an immunity shield. Now, wizards are going to spawn around the outside of the map. You're going to go around killing as many wizards as you can. It takes about 4. Once you've gotten 4 dead, you're going to go to those glowing circles, stand in one, and activate it, and it'll take down the shield.
Forgot he's immune.
I literally
I
just said
wanted to
he
go
has an immunity shield. And this guy, it goes, let me throw this at him. Oh, goblins. Something to note, the boss can't shoot you. You just can't shoot him.
Okay.
Okay, so
I got an orb.
now you see that these. So we have petitioners marked ×2. That's because we've killed 2 wizards. You're trying to get 4.
Woo!
What was that?
Almost died.
So, and also when you pick up an orb, you can see that it resets your timer. Don't let that timer go out or you'll lose it all.
Awesome over here, I think.
Yeah. Okay, the ogre's killing me.
Aim, Ethan. Good idea.
Okay, so as you can see, now it just says Petitioner's Burden. So now once you extinguish, you'll see that the ogre's shield went down and you can damage it. However, if you're doing the orb, you'll see that a taken minotaur will spawn. You're gonna want to kill it. Ethan, I found it. It's in the back.
Watch out.
Now once you killed it, it'll drop another orb. You're gonna want to run over to the left side of the room if you're looking from where you first dropped in. On this side, there's another statue that is missing an orb. Okay, so by the time you deposited the second orb, another ogre will spawn, and you'll have to do the wizard again. Now the second ogre is not shielded, so you can kill that one normally. And once you do, that will finish up that token.
There you go.
Dead. Woo! Powerful gear.
Jeez, bro.
So once you've killed the ogre, you can look at the back of the room and you'll see that a new door is open. Go through it. Well, this is one of the most stressful things.
Yeah.
And now if you've done all 3 orbs and you're working on the wishing request, you can go ahead and talk to the statue. Okay, so now we keep walking. And now you jump over to the other side with magic. No, you go down. Hang on. Alright.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So once you get here, you saw that there were some wizards, you kill them, and you basically just keep going up, killing different ads.
Yeah, he was. Hello. Yeah, I'm here. Bro, why is there so many? Going the wrong way. Yep.
And as you can hear by my friend's exaggerated gasp,
I'm dead.
he's dying.
I'm not dead. I'm dead.
You're dead. Yo, you're both dead.
I fell.
Man, look at these two experts at the game.
Yes, sir. Hold up. Hey, I already did, so. Okay. That's enough.
Okay, first polio retrieved.
It's fine. They don't know.
Anyway, run along that path until you get to this glowing elevator and come up and you'll land at this boss area. So once you guys come up the lift, you can see that there's a witch and 3 knights. Now to start the encounter, just shoot anything. So what you're going to want to do is lower each of the knights to really low health without killing them. When you kill a knight, it'll drop something similar to what the witches were dropping earlier in the ogre area. You're going to try to pick up all 3 from the dead knights, and when you do that, you're going to be allowed to shoot the witch. Okay, so as you can see, each time you pick one up, you'll get something called Finite Thought. This allows you to shoot the witch, and the more that you have, the more damage you can do to the main boss. Woo! So as you can see, you'll get another piece of powerful gear, and since I have started the Izanagi's Burden quest, I got to progress with that as well. Now, if you guys found this video helpful, please hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe, and thank you for watching.